song that was just played
Yes.
is called Perfectville, and you wrote, produced, and performed
and recorded and played all the instruments.
And it's actually out on your album, Doug Gear Songs 1 through 10.
Yep. GEER.
And if you say, hey, Google, play Doug Gear Songs 1 through 10, it'll come on.
It'll play it, or it'll play Arlo Guthrie. We're not sure which.
Sometimes it'll go either way. Or you could say,
not as big as Arlo.
Hey,
anymore.
Alexa, play Doug Gear Songs 1 through 10. Shout out to Bob, who is over on TikTok. And sorry, not TikTok, Instagram. We're actually on all the platforms. And we may even have our friend, speaking of Platty, the pansexual platypus, comes to our pod on a regs. He's a gas. You're gonna love him. In any case, I'm Stacey.
I'm Doug,
and we do a live interactive podcast 5 nights a week called Marital Hate. And this is it.
Yeah, this is it. This is live. This is as live and as raw as you're gonna get.
We apologize in advance. We're gonna offend
because it's gonna get off the rails, folks. Last night we talked about nipples and nipple conditions. Just all kinds of crazy crap.
It goes off the fucking rails every time.
We never know what the hell's
because
gonna happen.
A bunch of people are here already, but normally we have like all kinds of crazy comments at this point, and
well,
it's just
it is hump day. You never know what they're doing out there.
But that is okay. So we actually had a video the other day while our regs are like slowly joining. We actually had a video the other day that went
it went a little
viral.
Bit nutty.
It's not really viral, like it's 75,000 views, right? Like 75,000 views is not viral. But we had like some pretty hectic responses to it. And it's a lot. So like you think that you want to be a creator. Okay, if you want to be a creator, just fucking do it. Just start right now. Just go.
Yeah, hit
just
play,
grab your
hit
fucking
send,
phone. Just do
whatever
it. That's
you
what
do.
we did. It was a Tuesday night. We're like, we have a podcast now. We just used Doug's laptop. Guess what? We're still using a year later. 2 laptops. We know
and a phone.
A phone, and yeah, we've gone a little bit more into
and a
it.
Desk fan.
But it's
this is
like,
not a like. Yeah.
You don't need fancy equipment. Oh shit! You know what we need?
What do we need for fancy equipment?
I have to put my fucking Pride shirt on. I totally forgot.
Sorry, it's Pride Month, so we're supporting Pride with free dad hugs, free mom hugs, all the hugs for everyone. We want everybody to feel the now my wife is shirtless on the podcast. I told you it was gonna. I told you there. Well,
the problem is I'm facing the street.
Oh yeah, she's facing the street. Well, they're not driving anymore. They slowed down.
Did they see anything?
No, sorry. I don't think so. I don't know. We got a crowd.
If you did, we're going to OnlyFans.
Speaking of, we have Hookah Bob is here. Hookah Bob.
Oh my God, we absolutely love a Hookah Bob. He's one of our favorite people on the fucking
Yeah,
planet.
if you want you TikTokers out there, go find Hookah Bob.
Yeah, give him a follow for sure.
You might know him. He calls himself Santa Claus because he looks like
Santa. We
call
call him Santa Claus.
And he does a little.
He might bring you some presents. He might bring you.
You don't know what he's gonna do. He'll come down your chimney.
I love that motherfucker, and
he'll come down.
He had a video today that somebody said he was stupid for being Hookah Bob.
Why is he stupid for being? That's his whole thing.
Want to know who that is?
Yeah, that's not good.
Take care of that motherfucker.
All right, let's not. Here's the thing. Let's just not call anybody stupid. Let's let them be them.
No, shut up.
What,
if someone is mean to people,
then they're stupid.
Then we're gonna call them names because you can't be mean to people. Fuck you. Don't do that.
You can't be racist.
You're better than that. Can't be racist. You can't
be
hate
mean.
anyone, no matter no matter what color they are, who they fuck, what religion they have, or any of that. We're gonna be kind to one another, and that's
what we're gonna do.
Kind of the theme tonight is that everybody needs to be fucking kind because that is not what happened. Yeah. So we're gonna get. So let me just pull this up. I want to get it streaming.
Just pulling it up, streaming. We've got Insta, Tick, the Talk, the Hibby, the Hip Hop. You don't stop.
We are on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook,
the YouTube,
and YouTube all at the same time. And Hookah Bob, with his wisdom once again, says you have to have haters if you know you're doing well.
That's right.
You are not wrong. You are not wrong at all.
That's how we like it.
So I appreciate your kind words. I mean, it's part of like the process. So
not everybody's gonna like us, right? Some people don't like crazy sex talk and nipple talk and well,
we talk about a little bit of everything.
Stories. Yeah,
I mean, the thing that
sometimes
got us,
get serious.
So the like we have all these like funny videos that they're funny, they're engaging, we do ridiculous things. By the way, thanks to everybody who's chiming in that's joining us on TikTok. Our goal tonight is to get 2 flowers. If you're on Facebook, you can send us stars. Anything you do to support the channel and our fragile egos, that would be great because we're having a rough time. So we actually had this video that went to 75,000 views.
75,000 people watched this video.
75,000 people, and we were just joking. So what was happening is in the background, the neighbor's dog was barking his fucking ass off, and it does it a lot, like to the point where like people who are animal lovers that watch our podcast are like,
we're not
kill that fucking thing. We're not going to do that. But we were joking about how like the town has like all these ridiculous regulations, like the day that you can water or what have you.
Yeah.
And or that you can't look sideways at a turtle or an owl. And by the way, you should protect those animals. We were just joking
about it.
About how they make a big deal about that, but the dogs can bark all freaking day. We were just joking. And people took it
went ape shit.
Serious.
Told us to move back to New Jersey. We're not from
Jersey. We're from Massachusetts. We're massholes, motherfucker.
Yeah, right. Well,
they told us to move back to Massachusetts. A lot of really hurtful comments about my appearance. That was not nice.
It was not nice. Like, why would somebody like come after you, like your appearance, for saying you can't water your lawn on a certain day? Or something?
I will tell you that between you having your man period last night, I'm going to put him in a fucking menstruation
I don't like
tank.
that terminology.
You don't like the terminology of man period?
Right. Yeah. Because it's you know what, the male species has a very delicate fauna.
Oh yeah, I know. Can we? I'm just gonna go on a little tired. First, let me just talk about this. Platy is here. Platy, the pansexual, pangender platypus. Thank you for being such a big supporter of our podcast. Platy actually has a store where he sells stickers that are inside, but they're all platypus. And he came on the podcast and taught us all about platypus. Do you know that platypus sweat milk? If you learn something new, sexy. You better give us a like for that one.
It's like a sexy platypus.
They sweat milk.
So if you're stuck in the desert and you come across like a platypus, you just squeeze it and like ring it out. I feel
like you're bordering on some inappropriate things when you do that.
Well, you don't want to ring it. I was like ring it, like I made a cartoon, ring it out.
So you're saying that you shouldn't lick a platypi. You shouldn't lick a platypi.
Well, I think you can lick it. It's probably endangered. I don't know, but I'm just saying I don't think they're platypus in the desert. I think they're like a water creek bear.
Well, I'm saying that if you find a platypus and lick it, it's interspecies erotica, and the internet frowns upon you discussing such matters.
That's right.
Ask me how I know. I just got out of TikTok jail. Vitamin C Mobile Chiropractic was over on Instagram.
Yeah, but now she went to bed.
She's in bed. It's 8:00 at night. But I will tell you that if you're looking for supplements, like this is a personal friend of mine and my chiropractor. She does not endorse this podcast, I assure you. But she actually offers her supplements at cost, or not cost,
very nice
at
to
a
all
significant
our
discount.
Viewers. Yeah.
She
we get nothing. We get nothing.
Yeah, we don't get anything. She offers them at a discount to all of her customers. She also sells biomats, and I would be dead without my biomat. If you suffer from chronic pain at all, the biomat is definitely the way to go. And Hookah Bob says, talk about the Hokta girl that is trending, please.
I don't know what the Hokta girl is.
I don't know what that is. Hookah Bob, fill us in. Oh. So Hookah Bob's going to fill us in on that. I'm going to go back to our little.
We'll have some content here.
Our little chitty chat.
So folks tuning in on TikTok that they haven't seen the show before, we've had swingers, we've had nudists, we've had bakers, candlestick makers. We have candlestick makers that watch the pod, but not on the pod.
We
run the gamut.
We have a little bit of everything. We just kind of hang out every night. It's live, it's interactive, and if you come and join a live conversation, particularly over on YouTube and Facebook, because we can pull your comments up on screen, you're going to make a ton of friends. And the people that come night after night are the master. We call them the master haters. People like Platy and Hookah Bob and Tracy and Courtney and Cindy and
Nicole
just amazing Randy. Like there's so many of them. The most down to earth, genuine people you ever will ever meet in your life. They're not judgmental. They're never going to make you feel like shit.
But they won't make you laugh half the time.
Well, they do know. These people are hilarious. So we try to surround ourselves with really good people, and that's why you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And if somebody's voice gets in your brain, it can be really hard. So yesterday, Doug was having his man period and he was a super grouch, right? And so he and it's funny because we joked about, Doug has this whole thing about a menstruation tank. You're going to have to go watch it.
Yeah, it's old previous episodes.
He thinks that women should have like a tank.
That's in like
to
in
make
your garage.
Them feel better while they have their period.
It's like bubbles and filtration.
And I think that you needed to go in a fucking tank with bubbles yesterday, because men will always talk about how women are so emotional. But the reality is being reactive in any way, shape, or form, being it crying or screaming or just being a dick, is a emotional reaction. And so Doug was a dick yesterday. I'm a wicked empath, and so I suck that all in. I take it very personally. I'm working on it. But it was really hard. And then I got on and I had all these negative TikTok comments, and then he was like kind of pushing back on everything I said last night, and then it continued kind of after, and then more negative TikTok comments. And today I was just crying, like literally. How many times did I cry today?
You would had enough, yes.
Quite
a few.
Pretty much cried like 20 times today. Never mind last night. I just sobbed and sobbed and sobbed because I'm a person with feelings. So let's just remember that if you're watching someone's video, TikTok or otherwise, that like that's a person on the other end of the screen, and the things that you say impact them. And like it doesn't make you feel good to say shitty things to other people. But I'm telling you, like, don't say anything nice to us. That's fine. Like I'm over it. I'm kind of. Don't say nice things to us, but find someone on TikTok that you can say something nice to her about. I'm telling you, just like right now, stop watching our podcast or whatever. Do it later. Do it on another device. I want you to reach out to 10 people and just say something nice to them. I guarantee you're going to feel 1,000 times better about life, the world, and yourself. It's just about being kind. So when you're somebody like me that works so hard to be kind and thoughtful all the time, and people are shitty, oh my God, it hurts so much.
So here's like a starter thing. Nice ass, you could say. Nice
you could
tits.
say you have a nice ass. You could say you have nice tits. I don't know if you can say that on TikTok. We might get in jail again. But
well, I'm saying like that. There's a couple starters.
You can say, "I love your energy." That's the best compliment I can give anyone, is if I love their energy. And talk about people whose energy I love. Oh my God, our little friend Courtney. She says, "Hey, beautiful and dope."
Yeah, she kind of gives me the side eye every night, because she really has a girl crush on my wife.
I have a girl crush on her.
Not me.
She's like a little spinner. So
you got nothing to spin her on.
And she's got her clip split in half.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that was a thing. Well, yeah, I don't know if that's going to get us knocked off anything.
It might. I don't know.
She has a lady part that ripped during delivery.
Hers is split. Mine is too big. I have super big titties. She with super sensitive nipples. She has
no sensitivity.
She has petite lady titties with less sensitivity. We're just vibing. We love each other, and I don't know.
It takes.
We need a girl squad that builds you
You're
up.
a lot alike. You're both like cancers. You're both like this. You're both that.
It's actually funny that you should say. So because I was really struggling today, and I was like, I literally commented on Gary V. I was like, this is what happened. We had this video blow up, 75,000 people watch it, which is not viral. Technically, viral is 5 million videos.
5 million.
5 million views within a week. That is not us. We only had 75,000. But for us, little creators, we currently only have 2 people watching us on TikTok.
Thank you, 2 people.
And I'm one of them.
Thank you, one person.
that because we we're only little creators. So when like 100 people come at you, it fucking gets to you. So you just want to be kind to one another. And like, as a rule, like, I don't know, like, I don't really feel like I should have to tell people that, but maybe we'll go over the 10 commandments today since they're trending. Actually, I have
I did notice that. Yeah.
I have a whole ass tirade about that.
And our master of all madams, Tracy, is here.
Hey, girl.
I would like to say hello to the peeps. And I would like to thank everybody for that's on here that requested my song. We got to keep at them. We're going to hammer them. Tomorrow, they're not going to even know what hit them. You just got to hit them every 20 minutes.
You can actually listen to Doug's music on douggear.com, but you can request it from
US 41 radio .com.
41 on air at gmail.com. You can email them or you can request it on their website. We would really appreciate that. Doug's like just a one-man show.
Let's put out an
creator.
Album. What
did it himself, 58 years old. It's really fucking awesome if you ask me, but I'm his wife. So
well, yeah. Well, half the songs are.
But it is currently number 8.
It's number 8. What my first single off the album is number 8 on the local countdown. We're trying to get it up there and do some damage on the chart. I think it's fantastic that it's even on the chart. But yeah, with the help of these folks, everybody's been great to get us a little higher.
Speaking of, I was having this bad day, and Gary V had commented, and I went on this whole tirade about what we're doing, what was happening. That bird is screaming the way I want to scream right now. And so it's funny because I commented on it as well, like, Gary V, like, what do you do about this? and at the same time I was watching, and he was like, who gives a fuck about those people? Have empathy for those people. Those people feel bad about themselves. And he's right, but I was having a pity party for a moment. And I feel like, because of my own personal stuff, like I have a very difficult relationship with my family and so forth, and was unwanted as a baby, and like my whole childhood. It's just really hard. It brings up a lot of stuff for me. So putting myself out there and being vulnerable with people and trying to give them a safe space and make them feel like they're not alone in the world, while being fun, because we have a lot of fun, and also trying to give people a sense of community. We're putting ourselves out there a lot, and so it really does open you up to a lot of criticism or whatever, negativity. And I wish people would be positive, but here you go. So Shannon, by the way, if you do not use Color Street, Shannon is the girl I would talk to. I like the lipstick. I haven't used the nail polish, but I will say this is the message she just sent me. Hey, just wanted to say, keep going. Fuck all those people who have nothing to do than spread yuck. Ain't got time for it. I know it can get the best of us sometimes. You guys are great people. TikTok is a brutal platform, but you are a beautiful soul, and show up and have fun. Put your lipstick on and do what you do. You have a lot of people who support you, and you just make others feel seen. And I just wanted to share that. So that made my day. And then nice. Also, Cindy messaged me and said, Cindy sent me a message that said, who cares? Let people hate. You aren't going to please everyone, and they are boosting the algorithm and giving you interactions. Let them talk. So you know what? If you want to say fuck you to me and tell me that my hair smells like feet, or like and otherwise be a dick, then you can do that. But it's just helping us. So, thanks.
Huka says we are getting ready to hit the road on tour.
Yeah, we are.
That's what we're gonna.
We're going on tour with Huka Bob.
And this person's putting a bunch of gobbledygook. So I don't know if we need.
We're gonna have to start on. We used to put every single comment on screen, but now we're now that we're getting a little bit bigger, we're getting
a little.
We're getting a little bit more. A little bit more negativity. So I guess it's a good thing.
Stacy, you are more than wanted. You're needed. Thanks, look at girl. That.
You're needed
by so many, she says.
I need
not just
some
her.
Fucking strawberry fucking sourdough muffins. She makes sourdough.
I heard it was like an orgasm in your mouth, folks. That's what I heard last night.
Do you want Courtney to have an orgasm in your mouth? Court, do you sell your muffins or no? She does sell other things. As a matter of fact, on her page today, she had a raffle. So you paid $4 a ticket. And for every ticket, it was 50 people could buy a ticket, and it was a box of stuff. We don't know what's in it, and it's worth $200.
Oh,
so we bought.
It's like the mystery box. Okay,
I like it. And we plan to fucking win. We're gonna win, and we're gonna see what's in Courtney's box. Do you guys want to see what's in Courtney's box? When I win,
we've asked for photos of it.
See what's in Courtney's box.
We've asked for photos.
It wasn't her box that we were gonna get photos of. It was her butthole.
Yeah. It was gonna be the butthole, but now we want to see the forked thing.
She says her butthole looks like a flamingo.
Yeah.
Does your butthole look like a flamingo? I feel like that's.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like it would have to have some long neck on it. I don't think my butthole has a long neck. Tracy says that was very well said by Courtney. And Cindy says, hey,
girl.
Say hey.
Yeah, I just read your message like 2 seconds ago.
And then whoever this is, he goes, this is my lingo. All right, well, if you can speak English, we'll interact with you. It would be awesome. Thanks for joining us. Stephen Gerber is here. He's got a new little profile picture. Hi, are we allowed to play Doug's song? I've searched for it everywhere and I can't seem to find it and listen to it. Oh, she's going to post it right now. Tracy says, you make the world a better place and not just my world.
Which song do you want to hear, Stephen? You want to hear the whole album?
You can give him the link to the album on YouTube. That would be good.
So this is the link to the website.
Trolls are trolling. Oh, yeah.
And this is the song on the website. And then, of course, I don't know what your choice of music platform is, but here is the link to the song that is currently
climbing the charts.
Number 8 on the charts, if you will. It's 8 not in the local charts, but to us it's a really big deal.
We're going to take it and do something with it. We don't know what yet, but
So you can go to douggear.com and you can link to his music anywhere you want. DOUGGEER.
That's right.
It's also you can use it on TikTok for your
Yeah,
videos.
you can use it
on
your TikTok videos. Yeah.
And
come on, folks.
Are we caught up
make a song of the summer? No, we still have a few. So Cindy says it's the steaming Yanni. It's what's in her box. Yeah, Courtney was steaming her vagina.
Yeah, like
last night,
we're doing a live podcast, and
Yeah.
she's like fighting her kids off at the door while
she locked herself in the
steaming her
bathroom.
poop.
She's trying to steam herself with some Bigelow tea bags in the water. Courtney says, dude, great news. A big can of seed seller messaged me to collaborate today. She's so excited. That's fantastic.
Get it, girl.
Oh, look, this is English. Can I? Yes, you can request a song.
Well, no, he wants to request a song. We don't play songs on the podcast.
Oh, no, we're not playing a song.
He has even
you can request
his
it.
Song.
So that's my website, and you can get my music there. Also, yes, I'll be revealing what's inside my box very soon.
I'm very excited to see
it is Hump Day.
Oh, if we win, can you not show it to us and we'll do an unboxing? We could do like a live stream unboxing
and
together.
Steven, there's your link, Steven. And he says thanks.
You're welcome, Steven. And what does Hookah Bob have to say?
Hookah Bob says, you must really be getting popular if you're getting trolls. Well, that's something. And Anna's here, says hello.
Hey, girl.
So now we're
Anna was the first guest that we ever had on the podcast.
First guest.
Really interesting.
She hasn't been back since she flew the coop.
Yeah, you come on this podcast once and you hate us forever. No,
yeah.
She's been back night after night.
You can like, subscribe, whatever you need to do, whatever platform.
Yeah, like,
you're
share,
on.
subscribe, follow.
Hearts, whatever, likes. I don't know.
We want you guys to know we follow back. Like, we really want to support other people, other creators. So as we glow up, our friends are going up, and of course, the first couple people that come to mind are other creators like Hookah Bob, like Platty, and like Courtney.
Yeah.
These, of course, our friend Randall, Nicole, like all of our creator friends. Like we're as we go up, you go up. Like we plan on making this a whole
world domination.
Thing. And like right now, like we're stressing because we desperately need a podcast producer or like a clone or something. And yeah, so we'll see.
Or second wife.
Second wife would be that would be interesting. So tell me, you had a call today, and everybody's waiting to hear how.
I had a call today. So it went is.
Hang on a second.
All right, go ahead.
Doug lost his job
2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago.
Almost 2 years ago. So we moved to Florida because of my health. I've been sick for 11 years. Doug's been my caregiver. 2 years ago, I got sick. We moved to Florida. Doug's been doing freelance, but lately it's been quiet. And the freelance, although you just picked up a client.
Potentially, yeah.
So it's been quieter, and of course we are primarily living on our savings right now, and that's okay.
And that $19 I got from my album sales.
Ooh, $19 in album sales. So, but we would rather do the podcast. We'd rather inspire people and bring people together than like work for a corporation and make them millions of dollars. But you got to pay bills, and there's a corporation Doug interviewed with or had a meeting with today that actually is doing some really good things in the world.
They're doing some nice things. I don't really want.
You don't have to say their name.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about.
They're doing
good
much, things.
They're
that's
doing some
why
good things
he's
in the world.
In working with them.
Kind of in the kind of medical related field, I would guess. Or, yeah, whatever. But it was great. I had a great talk. And since I'm in branding, I get to talk about the vision of the company and things like that, and hopefully I'll get a chance to fulfill that vision and try and bring them to the marketplace like they should be. And I'm pretty excited about it. And it was like things happen, right? Things happen at the right time, and they come to you and when they're supposed to. So
you had a good call, and you're going to be doing some freelance with them.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to start out doing some consulting, and then I've got phone calls this week with some of the players involved, and I'm going to take it from there.
We should definitely talk more about that. So that was good. And Tracy says, "Yay, good luck." And Cindy says, "Sounds like it was a good call. Congrats, Doug." I would say this: yes, it's good, but also we're investing in ourselves. So we're doing the podcast night after night. We're working 16-hour days on it. Doug's killing it on his music. Like, we're really working really hard and trying to make our dreams come true. But like, more importantly, we're trying to make we're trying to make the world a better place. We want to bring people together. We want to make people laugh. Ever since COVID, I feel like, well, before COVID, since the advent of the smartphone and social media, people have become less and less friendly.
Since the advent of the asshole, people have been not so nice to each other.
Well, yeah, but it's gotten infinitely worse. And then, of course, COVID made it even more ugly. And of course, a lot of people are in just a really negative space. So, we feel bad for them, but we want to, lift people up and make them feel better. So that's what we try to do. And Anne says, hopefully you get it up, pay up front. Hopefully, we will see what happens.
We have some terms in place. So
Okay.
Well,
We need
we
to-
have them. We just need to
We should talk about that.
let them know about them.
Okay, so that was like the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about today. But I had a bunch of other stuff, and I took my cannabis oil.
And so you never know what's going to happen,
because
folks.
I have end stage neurological Lyme disease.
You might want to.
Blah blah blah. Been sick 10 years, so I took some cannabis oil. So I'm gonna get chatty. I'm gonna have a lot of questions about other cultures. I want to be a part of all the cultures. I love different experiences and meeting people and learning different ways. Like that's really important to me. Like it's to surround myself with people that make me better, that lift me up, that encourage me, that inspire me. And to that end, Doug and I are married, and we vote. We're different in a lot of ways, but the biggest one is how we vote. I am a wingnut, conspiracy nut,
and I am woke ass.
He's not woke ass, but he did donate money to Obama.
I like to say woke ass because it like instantly angers like half the people.
Woke ass? I don't know that it angers half the people, but why would you want to anger people?
I'm not want to anger people, but I just want people to
what?
See how ridiculous it is to dislike something that's woke.
That's kind of what we do. Well, I don't think it's ridiculous to dislike things that are woke because some of the things it's just ridiculous. You don't think that there's like woke ideology that is fucking ridiculous?
The ideology behind it is not ridiculous, but yeah, you're right. It gets taken too far, like everything. Like,
oh my God.
Everything is taken to some extreme or the other, and we're just
So, like, if y'all if I can put his the thing that you do when you're married, only when you're married, of course. I never did that before I was married. Certainly not to him.
Especially since your father told you to do it.
Not ever in Catholic school did I ever. Never, not once. No.
We have a funny quote. So when Hookah Bob was here a couple weeks ago, hey, did that motorcycle guy get home okay? There was a storm that was going to hit his motorcycle. He was going to drive his motorcycle through that storm. He got home okay. He's here right now, and he says, I want to rattle some cages.
Rattle
means I want to rattle some cages. Because angry folks give you all the interactions, at least on TikTok. Yeah, well, maybe that's the way to go.
Actually, we had a lot from nice people.
Why are you filtering yourself? You don't have a filter.
Because we we just got out of TikTok jail. Yeah, so we're hoping to be able to say
once you get out of jail, you shape up for about an hour.
Yeah,
and then you go right back to the life of crime.
I'm on parole. I got my ankle bracelet on. I'm just behaving a tiny bit, but you know what I mean when I go, right? Like you know what that means. It doesn't translate well for like if we ever go to Spotify, which we would love to do, or Apple or whatever, but. It's a step in the right direction.
I want to know
what I mean. You know what I mean.
I want to know if anybody watching has ever had an ankle bracelet and the steps they tried to do to remove it.
We have a friend that has one right now.
No, I know that, but I just.
As a matter of fact, we have a friend that's going to get married with an ankle bracelet on.
That's not. Why is that funny?
It's a little funny.
No,
it's a little funny. It's a little funny. It's a little funny to get married with an ankle bracelet on. And I love this friend, by the way, but it's a little funny.
Here's what it would be funny if they took a ball and chain, like one of those big balls and chains that like you get and they attach it to the ankle bracelet. So not only is he's on probation, he would also have the ball and chain, literal ball and chain.
I feel like that might be a traumatic reminder for him. Like, I don't feel like
we're sorry.
So we have a friend who is getting married and we're really excited for them. And he's an amazing guy. But if you spend a lot of time in prison as he did, sometimes you don't make the best choices, and he didn't make any choices that were like that bad, but they called it a parole violation, slapped a bracelet back on him for a little while. And he's a person that despite the time that he spent within the system made great choices. Within that time he learned so much. He worked on bettering himself. He's an inspiring human being. I would love to have him on sometime to tell a story, but I don't know if he's comfortable with that. So we'll see. We will see. But like, we know quite a few people that we found out later had done some time. And they were all like amazing people because like you could meet anyone. Yeah, I could have done time. You don't know.
Well,
I'll tell you this right now, though. If I did time, I would have to go with my friend Donna because I need a girlfriend.
If you had time, you'd be telling everybody about everything that happened to you before, during, how you got there. In the little van with the
2-hour podcast every night. I tell them about everything. Like it's
it, yeah.
Just short of my cooch. So, yeah. They know about absolutely everything on my life. Hookah Bob says, "It me. I'm on my phone, so
it types itself."
It types itself.
He's got them big Hookah Bob thumbs. He's trying to type. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, if you drive through the rain, you might have stolen hookah bob thumbs.
Right.
So we were talking about how you and I just. So my thing is that if you're different than someone, so like say you're a straighty, cisgender, straight person. You can love the gays. You can be a Christian and love the gays. You can be whatever color you want.
Whatever the hell you want. Do whatever you want.
Size you want. You can live on whatever planet you want. You can just be kind to one another. And again, here we are with our free mom and free dad hugs.
Free hugs
for Pride. And you can just be kind. Just love people. That's okay.
Try that.
That's an option.
Try that for a time.
So, but it poses this challenge when people see things from different viewpoints.
Yes.
And sometimes people can't have intelligent conversations without getting emotional. And to that end, I bring you The View. So apparently, once again, The View is trending on TikTok. And I think at this point, the only reason that show exists is so that people can hate watch it. But so apparently,
you said
don't just
as an outsider.
So Joy Behar and Rachel Maddow had a conversation about how if Trump is reelected, he's going to put them both off the air in a vindictive strait. It's just more. Well, I mean, it was funny because I literally said to Doug, because again, was not in a good place, still kind of touchy. I said to Doug, "Oh, we can't talk about this, can we? You're going to yell at me," which was not the way to handle that. By the way, I apologize. Friendship for everyone.
See, look at that reaching across the aisle.
But it's not an aisle.
It's just I mean,
stop going off camera.
Well, I have to reach. I got to pull my arm back I can't go like this. Can I?
You're doing it right now.
That's not,
okay.
Nothing.
So, basically their theory is that Rachel Maddow and Joy Behar said that they were going to remove them both from the air.
There's going to be like state television.
And I expected you. I don't know if they were saying there was going to be state television because I didn't listen to the whole thing because I don't want to give these women any of my attention. But I didn't think we were going to be able to talk about it. And insert Doug tirade right here.
I think Joy Behar is she's just a foul person, and I would support removing her. Not that I'm saying remove anybody from the air. I'm just saying that I don't know who would watch that show. It's like a bunch of people arguing.
People hate watch it. People will hate watch it.
They'll hate watch it, but they're I don't know. Just what I've seen from her and some of the topics and stuff like that. They don't let anybody with a differing opinion I don't agree with them all the time. So anyway.
They don't treat people with respect.
But yeah, they're not respectful, and they bring people on, and they are predisposed to go after them, and to me, anyways, I think you have an open discussion with everyone until they start showing you that they're not open to your input, and that's what's wrong with a lot of things these days. Interesting comment right here. Saw your comment on Gary V's post that y'all get some hate comments sometimes. Have you thought about filtering comments or banning words so that people can't do that? I have a big social media account, and that's what I do. That's a great idea. Actually, we bring stuff up live.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for telling me.
Yeah,
you saw that means so much to me.
Yeah, like us, honestly, whatever, we'll follow you back.
And if we can support you in any way, we love to support other creators. So we don't know how to do that. One.
Well, it was more on the comments that came in on the TikTok video, right?
So when we pull up comments, we're now having to filter the comments that we pull up, but it was the comments that came in on the TikTok video subsequent to that. And we've gotten negative comments on a lot of platforms, but this one video that we had 75,000 hits, so we got a lot of them. And of course, it wasn't just it was moved back up north, and it was
your hair smells like
feet, and you're stupid people, and not there's just always.
I'm sorry, I'm not taking anybody serious that says somebody's hair smells like feet.
I mean, do you want to come smell my hair? So yeah, I was really heartbroken about it, and it's I and I don't want to repeat this whole story again, but the long and the short of it is I am always supporting other people and uplifting other people. It's my mission in life to help 1 million people. I'm somewhere around 20,000, I think, but I want to help as many people as possible. And I try really hard to be kind and thoughtful and just a good person. And I was, between my stupid illness, I have not that you need to know this, Josie, but I have not been able to shit for some time. That's not helping. Man-child over here had his period yesterday.
You know what? That is inflammatory language right there. That's
you
man hating. You're man hating.
I'm not man hating. I'm Doug hating. I am Doug hating. I am marital hating. It's the goddamn name of our podcast. I'm marital hating on you for your behavior.
Wow.
Not you, but the
Well, I
devil
think
that was infesting your body yesterday.
Yeah.
Like Linda Blair in The Exorcist, you were like pea soup everywhere. Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Oh, that'll get us bounced off of TikTok.
It's a quote. In any case, we don't get bumped out at TikTok again. So Doug was a grouch, and it's just that those comments just fucking hit. And it was like, oh my God, they like, I was really upset. And like, and then of course, like bring all your like childhood trauma in there. And then of course I listened to Gary today. So I listened to his video today and he was talking about being picked on as a kid and how this is nothing in comparison. I'm like, Gary, this is bringing up all my childhood. Nobody likes me.
But at least you had an outlet. You had some commiserate, like somebody that had actually gone through this. So it was very helpful for you.
Not really. I mean, it was a little helpful in the sense that he was like, oh, like, fuck it. Fuck those people. And if you can't, like, if you can't deal with it, then you're in the wrong game. But also, I had messages from some of our followers that were super supportive. And that was awesome. So
they had our back. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
So Jesse says, people just hate comment for fun. I've had to block so many words or restrict comments on TikTok, Instagram. You guys seem cool. People just hate for fun. People hate on me all the time for legit nothing. Well, you stick around long enough. We'll find something. We'll make fun of you, but it'll be with
funny because
love.
Like that's like kind of our thing is like everybody that comes night after night, we call them our master haters. So like if you look, Cindy and Tracy, Courtney, who else is here? I don't even know. I'm sorry. It's Hookah Bob, of course, Hookah Bob and Platty. All these amazing people that come night after night and support our podcast. The most amazing people that you will ever meet in your life. They're so supportive and encouraging, and that's really helped a lot. And if you come, they want to be your friend. They want to support you because they're positive vibe tribe. Like they want to lift everybody up. So I'm just really proud of the group of people we have together. And of course, it's also fucked up. So we give each other a hard time. We're a family. It's crazy. And on Fridays we play Jackbox, and it gets great. It gets crazy.
Gets a little crazy.
A little crazy. What you got for comments?
So Tracy said, "Thank you for loving people," because we had the pride shirts on.
Tracy's a lesbian from back in the day.
Yeah,
she's an OG lesbian.
She's OG.
She and her wife have been together since the 90s.
And so anytime we have a lesbian question, we have a panel.
Yeah, she gets to speak for all lesbians.
Things. Yeah.
Steve comes, he gets to speak for all Black people. Hookah Bob gets to speak for all hookah people.
And we have a gay man's
gay man's panel
council. Yeah. So Ann says, I think they're all follow on the show The View. How the fuck is that still on the air? And Ann says there wasn't anything wrong with that clip that they made the comments about.
No.
Cindy, who had our back on those comments, you seriously can't take any of those people serious. You have to just laugh about it and thank them for their interaction. And she says Gary V is amazing. And
yeah, he has a great vibe.
Tracy turning a negative into a positive. Let those negative fuel your fire because the haters are bringing numbers to your pod through watching those clips.
Yeah, we actually got 66 new followers from that clip.
Yeah.
On TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's funny though because the clip blew up on TikTok, but on the other platforms, not so much.
We have like one view on
the platforms matter, and then location matters. We're learning as we go. So Jesse, I would love to coordinate with you.
Ann says I was tortured as a kid. I was told I look like Ringo Starr. Did you see the resemblance?
First of all, if somebody said I look like Ringo Starr, I'd be like, "Fuck you, Ringo Starr is fucking awesome." Second of all, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'm so sorry. You don't deserve that, and you don't look like Ringo Starr.
But hey, there's worse things to be called than Ringo. I got to tell you, Charlie Watts. That would be bad.
Let me just say, Anne is a woman of a certain age. Let's just say she could be my older sister.
Okay. Yeah.
And she's still hot as fuck. Like she's gorgeous. So that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Kids are idiots.
Oh no, a lot of people are just toxic. But the thing is, we're all connected. So when people are toxic, it's like a part of ourselves.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's like
really
if I get mad at them, it's like I'm really getting mad at myself. So I want to release them with peace, love, and happiness. But I'm a human being who is deeply, deeply flawed, and sometimes I'm gonna take shit personally. Even if I shouldn't.
Cindy is looking for our new friend Dan or Eduardo that was here last night.
I know. I don't know if Dan or Eduardo. I don't know when they're coming back, but they'll be back.
They'll be back. They all come back.
Uncle Paulie
is
on the road.
He's on the road.
He's gonna be back in a week and a half, but he might be listening from the road. I don't know. He just can't text.
And our new friend Jesse says, "Hey, at least if they commented rude stuff, it boosts engagement, but don't be afraid to block people who are rude." Yeah.
Yeah,
but we're not blocking you. You're very helpful.
Well, it's actually funny, Jesse, because like we talk about like our lives, like we talk about the challenges that we go through and our real life struggles. And so my fear is that I have things like because of my health issue, I've been sick for 10 years. And so because of my health issue, I've really struggled with suicidal thoughts for 10 years. It's almost 11 now. For 10 years, like on a daily. And of course I had some issues like as a kid not being well or whatever. And I'm really open about those things. And my fear is that someone is going to say something to me. I'm going to cry while I say this. My fear is that somebody's going to say something to me. And this is going to be the tipping point. And I don't want to disappoint all the people
that come every night.
That count on me, because I have a lot of people like that count on me every day, that I get like messages from people. They need, natural health support, or they just need a pep talk, or they're bored in the car. Like Zach called me like 4 times today because he was bored in the car. Like I have people that count on me, and I have people that would be really sad if I was gone. So like I don't want to do that, but it's like I'm worried that like someone could say something really bad and it would fuck me up. And people do commit suicide after online bullying, and like just because I'm an old ass bitch doesn't mean I'm immune to it. It just so sorry to cry all over you.
Well, one thing that'll cheer you up, Hookah Bob says TikTok is where it's going. Ann says she was fucking ugly as a kid, but she was a twin, so you're terrible.
So you could have
never mind.
Hang on a second. You have shown me pictures of you as a kid. I don't believe for 1 minute you were ugly. And I also don't think I've like in your case, I've actually seen pictures of you as a kid. You were not ugly. That's like nonsense. That ideas that people put in your head. That's not true. It's just not true about you. I know it's not true.
Tracy says not even a little. And my brother and all his friends called me testicles because my name is Tess, but I am far from testicle. But maybe that's why I don't like testicles. And she's laughing.
Wait, Tracy, your name is Tess? I thought it was
some people
Tracy.
call it Tess.
Okay, so but my point, I was making a point. I don't even remember what it was. So even if you are not like traditionally attractive, like, do you want to look like every other fucking idiot out there? Like, it's so funny because we were talking about how we would pick my daughter up from school, and every single one of these girls, these high school girls, looked exactly the same. They all had the same smile.
Yeah.
Because their parents all spent $10,000 on orthodonture.
They
had the same hair.
Same pair of Uggs.
Now they all have the same fake
sweatpants.
Eyelashes and the same Botox. Everybody started to look the same. Do you want to be like that? No. Be the unique person you are. And it's funny because as a kid, I didn't have a lot of friends. So I would come home and I would watch the occasional after school pet special. And all those after school specials were, of course, for the kids that didn't have any friends, were like, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. So I was getting this voice, like, be yourself, let your freak flag fly. And of course, when I was a kid, I so looked up to Madonna, not anymore, but I so looked up to Madonna, and all this stuff was like, be yourself. And then I was getting pushed into like, be like everybody else, be like everybody else. You're wrong. This is wrong. That's wrong. And so the more I moved toward being what I was supposed to be, the less happy I was. And I inspired no one. Like, I looked so fucking fake. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, if I was watching this, watching me as I would have been like, oh, you're fake as fuck. Like, I wouldn't want to watch me on a podcast. But now I lean into my weird. I'm myself. I have crazy hair. That does not smell like feet, but if you want to think it smells like feet,
it was good.
You can think it smells like fucking feet.
I will say that.
Have I don't wear a bra, I don't wear panties. Like, I'm always walking around like a homeless person. I just don't care. I drive a Jeep with 220,000 miles on it. It's dirty as fuck. It's all rusted and shit. I don't care. I like it. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. But, sometimes my feelings get hurt and I try hard. Like that, like that meme with the girl where she's like, that's me. Sometimes.
Hookah Bob says everybody has struggles they can't talk about, so they keep it to themselves.
Don't keep it to yourself. Yeah, that's my point. Don't keep it to yourself.
Reach out to
somebody. There's somebody out there that's been through what you've been through. There's somebody out there going through what you've gone through, either, be it being teased as a kid. Let me tell you, 75% of the people here teased as a kid, family struggles, divorce, death, health issues. Like, we're all dealing with some shit. So we can use that as an opportunity to shit on one another, or
terrible.
What would feel much better for us is to be kind. So, and I don't think the people from the fucking view were kind. Go ahead.
See, now, Ann says,
yes.
I don't think you know your own strength, Stacey. It's very nice.
Well,
and Stacey, you are great.
Oh, thanks, Hugo Bob.
And Ann's going to find some pictures because it was hilarious. See, now Ann could have just called Ringo and said, look,
Tell everyone
you
you're
know,
his daddy.
did they say you look like me, and then see what happens? Then Tess was her nickname, and Ann says, "Oh, that Tracy, that's freaking hilarious." Jesse's like, "I understand." With a big heart, and I would definitely get on there and block any keywords so people can't comment on them. That's a good idea.
It's called filter keywords.
Yeah, and it's called filter keywords. There are many words or phrases blocked that way will reduce any hate.
Yeah, your hair smells like feet.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna
hair smells like feet.
You couldn't see it because you guys deserve to be able to post what you want without people coming and crazy mean.
Well,
stuff.
people just shouldn't be mean in general, right? Like that's just terrible. And I want to be honestly, like I love the Gary Vee mentality, which is always, by the way, I always talk about this. Like when somebody pisses you off, wish them peace, love, and happiness. Pray for them because we're all connected energetically. Blah blah blah. It was just a bad day, and it just got to me, and I'm not going to let it get to me anymore. And I am going to continue to put things out there, and I want to make a message really loud to people: be kind to one another. Understand that if somebody's being shitty to you, they feel really fucking shitty themselves, and to be yourself, and you know what, and by the way, give me a list of names because somebody called my friend Hookah Bob stupid for being Hookah Bob. I want that guy's name.
Yeah, we don't.
I'm gonna take him out.
No, we're not. No threats.
To the woodshed.
We're not gonna no threads. We're just gonna
leave them in there.
We're gonna give them love so that they in educational materials so that they know that you are.
I'm gonna pray for them. Actually, do you know about the Ho'oponopono?
I don't know anything about a Ho'oponopono.
Okay, so I'm gonna read this too because it's actually really cool.
It's a Ho'oponopono.
No, so this guy, I forget his name, but like I'm paraphrasing here because I'm terrible at life. I thought I had saved it. Did I delete it? Okay, so there was this guy. He was working in an insane asylum, like criminally insane people or whatever. You
get dental with that? Look at the sky. This is a crazy sky right here.
So there is this guy. It's a Hawaiian mantra for healing and reconciliation. But the whole thing was that this guy.
Oh, I have heard of this.
So the guy, because I've told you about it, I've talked about it in the podcast before. So this guy was working there, and I forget his name, and the information's not readily available. But anyway, he just went into his office and like literally prayed for these people, said this prayer for people over and over again. He said this prayer for people over and over again, and they were all cured. And he just sat in his office and fucking said this prayer. So I'm going to read it to you, and you can use it how you want to. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. So that's a simple prayer. Oh. So I think, normally when people make me mad, I say, I wish them peace, love, and happiness. But I think I'm just going to keep, I'm going to mix it up. Whatever it takes for me to have positive vibes. And, sometimes it's marijuana. I'm not going to lie to you. But I use marijuana for pain. And I am actually on full extract cannabis oil this evening. Although I do have some delightful things that have arrived from my good friend, Hookah Bob. Oh. So nice. What do you have?
We're talking about people being all the same. Stepper wives are what some neighborhoods are like. They even have the same dog and many other things. Yeah, I lived in a cul-de-sac, and they try to one-up each other with the size of their TV. At the time, they were like size of your TV, what car you drove, what kind of dog you had, how purebred the dog was. All this. It's crazy, like crap that gets you nowhere.
Shout out to Allie over on TikTok who says, "Hey, love, stay strong. You guys are amazing, girl.
Oh, well, I love you. Come join our thing on YouTube.
Yeah, if you come over to YouTube and Facebook, it's like better because you can join the community chat. There'll be the link to YouTube's in the top.
Tracy says, I hugged you, and your hair does not smell like feet.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for noticing.
By
the way, my feet also don't smell like feet. No, I had like all that testing done with the dysautonomia testing. The doctor, which doctor was that? Novak.
Doctor such and such.
And I couldn't understand a fucking word he was saying. Just a very thick accent. I couldn't understand him. But he did a bunch of testing, and they said, it's not racist. First of all, he's a white guy. White guy from, I don't know what country he was from, to be honest with you.
Some sort of stand.
Nobody, I have a lot of friends who go to him, and nobody can understand the guy. Oh, okay. Very thick.
It's not racist.
You don't remember the appointment? Novak in Boston.
I remember a couple.
We had 2 appointments with him, and we had to fill out like a stack of papers this big. And we ran into Dan in the lobby, and then we ran into him again at the thing.
Dan who? Oh,
Dan. I can't think of his last name. He was one of the lime guys.
Oh, I don't think I remember that.
So the moral of the story is, he did all this testing. They took tissue samples, like chunks of my body out, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you have no sweat glands." So my feet don't smell.
Yeah, your feet don't smell.
I wish they did.
Never.
I wish they did. I can't sweat, but I am sweating a little bit today. Do you know that your sweat smells different when you're stressed out versus like normal sweat?
Maybe that's why your other region is always good.
What does that even mean?
Your other region.
Okay, I know what you mean by other region.
It's always good. There's no like terrible.
Because I don't have sweat glands?
I don't know. It's a sweaty area down
Doug
there. Ask
thinks
anybody.
my vag smells good because I don't have sweat glands.
It's a theory.
What say you, ladies and gentlemen?
Tracy knows about this. Tracy's going to come back and she's like, he's on to something.
I don't know.
And
ooh, you're going to get canceled as a man.
How am I going to get canceled? She knows all kinds of medical things. She's like a nurse adjacent.
She's a medical buddy is what she is.
She's a medical buddy.
Well, I don't know. I just, whatever it is, I appreciate her.
So,
I love her.
Yes, we do.
Thank you.
And she says,
I'm sorry.
She says to bless you.
I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And be on your way. No, I don't know. What was
that?
I don't know.
And it's funny because one of the things I was supposed to talk about tonight is my locks. And I think Cindy's here, but Matt's not. Matt wanted to talk about my locks. So it seems silly to do it when Matt's not here. So we may have to talk about that another day. Anyway, I have dreadlocks or locks because you're not supposed to say dreadlocks. If you're right. I'm not really fucking sure.
I have gray hair.
My hair is falling out.
Or silver hair. Or if you're not supposed to say gray.
I don't think you can say that.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get in on the action.
So when I have my hair was falling out in clumps, I was in tears every day because of my illness and I didn't know what to do. So I eventually got locks and it stopped my hair from falling out. And if you don't like them, I'm sorry. I just did it so I wouldn't be sobbing my eyes out in the shower every morning. I'm not like trying to culturally appropriate anyone or hurt anyone's feelings or trigger anyone or anything. It's just my fucking hair. It's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about you. You know what is about you is the fact that I love you, no matter who you are.
And look at this right here.
Yeah,
I love you guys. She says.
And Tracy says I love you. It's just a big.
I was hoping for an answer on that whole vag thing, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you just ate and you don't want to look that up. So okay.
I wanted to share this just because I thought it was cute. And I listened to it myself. So apparently, Avril Lavigne.
Yes.
Like we're
from Canada,
all over the place. That's what happens. Avril Lavigne, who did Skater Boy, also had Lyme, much like myself. Apparently, she's doing better. She covered Kesha's TikTok,
which we like.
We love that song.
Yeah, we like that song.
TikTok on the clock and the party don't stop. Midnight, do you see the sunlight? To the old people singing.
Yeah, that's all we got.
By the way, tomorrow we're going to do a TikTok live in the Jeep. It might be awful. It might be really good.
We don't know what that.
It's going to involve some tie wraps and Doug's phone being like mounted in a way that he's not going to feel comfortable.
Why don't we use your phone? Because
we use my phone for the music. In any case,
I never agreed to this.
You agreed to it the other day when we were talking about it in the car.
We were talking about it. I said I was going to put.
You don't agree to
I wasn't going to put it in this thing because it's like it's a springy thing.
Yes, we're going to use tie wraps.
Yeah, we're going to do something.
We're going to use tie wraps. Not the point.
Okay.
The point is, I wanted to show you this video, but why don't you get the comments while I post?
Well, we only have one, and that's 72-year-old Bill Belichick dates a 24-year-old girl. I read that the other day.
Yeah, we saw that. Okay, so
Kinda
before
gross.
We get to this, so Doug's 72 and I'm 24.
I'm not 72.
So we are not here to judge.
I'm not 72, and I'm closer to 72 than you are to 24.
I am 47. Up the lizard's back.
Hey, buddy.
That's not the one from yesterday. That's smaller.
No, that's the same one.
You think so?
Yeah,
He looks skinnier. Maybe it's because he
ate last night.
Maybe he was bloated last night. He just ate right there.
Maybe shit.
You guys, there's like a little lizard up top. It's
we were watching him last night.
We live in Cape Coral, Florida, and so as the Cape Coral video would tell you, and there's a little albino gecko.
We showed him last night on the podcast.
We showed him last night. There's an albino gecko, and he just kind of hangs out.
He's our friend.
We love him, but like it's distracting because I want to watch him. He's cute, and so okay, you're so 26. So Belichick dating a 26-year-old. I think it's gross. She's a woman of consenting age. I don't know that like a 26-year-old like barely has full brain development if they're lucky.
She's 24.
But 24.
Yeah,
sorry, they don't have full brain development. They say age 25 is full brain development. But you know, she's working out some daddy issues, or maybe she just doesn't want to have a job.
Maybe he really has deep feelings for her. Do you ever think of that? Pervs?
Do you think you can have deep feelings for a 24-year-old?
Probably not. No.
I mean, I just feel like,
no.
What do you have in common? It's hard enough for
You're not
us.
gonna have anything in common. And
You're 10 and a half years apart.
Well, yeah, 10 and a half. Yeah, exactly. Almost.
It's sometimes it can be a challenge.
Sometimes, yeah, she's listening to all this
I had introduced him to 90s music.
90s music. All right. Some of it I really like. You know, it's funny because I missed a lot of that stuff.
So I'm teaching him
so
about Everclear, and
I know, I knew,
filter, and garbage.
I knew about some of them. Yeah, garbage I liked.
Jesus Jones.
I knew about them. Like, what are the groups that I don't know the hip hop stuff from the early 2000s.
Why can't I remember who sings Cult of Personality? It's like one of my favorite songs.
That
Living
was
Color.
Living Color, yeah.
Living Color, television show of the same name. I don't even know if you watched that. He was like,
No, I liked Living Color.
Were you at like
And I did watch Living Color. I was
I'm channeling him tonight. We had the same year.
So I knew a lot of it, but there's some stuff that just got by me completely. Like Big Hooch got by me.
Well, Big Hooch, we just learned about, by the way. If you do not, there's a song, you're having a bad day. Like, see, this is the thing. Where were all these ideas? We need to come up with like a thing. Like, let's do it right now. What is the things that you can do? And put them in the comments. Oh, wait, we need to talk about vagina first. Pause. Okay. Just one moment. We have ADD. We can't.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So Tracy, our resident vagina expert, I could say that everyone's vag smells different, just like everyone's pits smell different. Stress, happiness can affect that smell. So that's why dogs sniff each other's butt.
Maybe. I will say that
where do you go?
My vag almost always smells like coconut oil because that's what we use for lube. And now my husband can't go near anybody if they smell like coconut oil because he'll be walking around with a boner. And we're supposed to go to the beach with Cindy next week, and she's going to have sunscreen on. And so I apologize in advance.
Might be pitching a tent.
Sorry Cindy. About that. Sorry, you guys.
Can't help it.
So I am a little worried about some of the people that are not here tonight. We're thinking of you, Randall, Nicole. Who else is missing? Matt. We're missing quite a few of you guys tonight, and we want you to know we think of you. I usually check on people once if they miss like 2 episodes. I'm like, are you?
Yeah, then we send out the welcome wagon or whatever.
And then Hookah Bob says Shinedown has a lot of songs about mental health. Hookah Bob's actually friends with a lot of bands.
He is. He knows
and
people.
I think Shinedown may be playing when we're in St. Petersburg.
I believe Hookah Bob was wearing a Shinedown shirt when he was on this program.
I believe he was as well. The problem is that there's a Shinedown concert on a Friday night, and the problem with that is that we play Jackbox on Friday, so we will not be there. But
you know what we could do
with that
we could bequeath the Jackbox on a Friday night to the Richies to run.
I'm not going to miss Jackbox night. I love the Richies. I would love that. I trust them implicitly.
I was just trying to keep the groove going, but yeah, you're right. We can't be missing that.
I want to do a Jackbox-a-thon. When do you guys want to do it? A Jackbox-a-thon where we play like Jackbox like 3 days straight, like the longest Jackbox game that we can get going. That would be fun as fuck. So I wanted to share we've jumped all over the place. I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about.
You were talking about
this is live podcast.
You broke from it to go to the vag.
Broke from what things you can do to make yourself happy when you're having a bad day. I know for me, so Epsom salt baths always help because they have magnesium and that's helpful. Taking vitamin D can help. Time in the sun can help. Exercise can help. Listening to music that you like. I was too mad at Doug to listen to his music tonight.
Fuck that fucking.
I'm listening to a song called "Smiles Like the Sun" while my husband's being an asshole. I'm like, my smile's like the sun, but you're going to be a dick.
Inflammatory.
I'm sorry. Are you not taking responsibility?
Yeah, no, I am, but just stings a little bit, you know.
Tell me about it. Tell me how hard it is for you to face the consequences of your actions.
I faced them head on.
And it's hard for you?
It is hard for me a little bit. Yeah. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I know. Because last night in the middle of the podcast, I was like, Doug is easily frustrated with technology. No, I'm not. Guess who I had a nutty that night? Technology. You know why he regularly has a nutty? Technology.
Me old. I'm still using PageMaker.
Yeah, these people don't even know.
They don't even know what PageMaker is. They
weren't born when PageMaker was born, you loony bird.
I'm sure. Yeah.
So I like to listen to Muck Stickies. I always find Muck Sticky to be uplifting.
Muck Sticky's always good.
I love to get in my Jeep and go for a drive. I love to talk to a friend. And sometimes it's just hard to pull yourself out. And I had said to Doug, I don't want to do the podcast anymore. I don't want to talk to people, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it wasn't good. But anyway, I wasn't in a place to pull those things out. And I had my day saved by my amazing friend. So that's another thing, is to reach out to a friend, because I have the most amazing friends. And by the way, if you don't have any friends, like if you're sitting here watching this at home right now and you're like, I don't have any friends.
Yeah, you need some friends.
Just come to the podcast.
These people are good.
Night after night. Say hi. Just come. We're at Facebook or YouTube. I think YouTube's the best place. Marital Hate on YouTube. what you want to do is come on over because these people will be your friend. They're the most amazing, authentic people you will ever meet in your life. And they're not going to like kiss your ass, but they'll support you and they'll be
call
your
you out
friend
when you're
they will.
a dick, apparently.
But we'll call you out when you're being a dick, but like, because we love you.
And what about the Huga says, what about the word I'm not allowed to say? They make me happy. You have to do the face.
What's the word you talking about?
That thing.
Oh.
Yeah, that thing.
You can do it.
I did it a little bit. You're going to freeze frame it, I'm sure, and it's going to be all over TikTok tomorrow.
I might put it on LinkedIn. Gary Vee was talking about marketing on LinkedIn. And so, you're not, you want to have a job. So if I put that picture of you, it might help. And, also happy Pride.
I've actually been promoting my my music on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I think I got 1 like today. I'm like, hey, could you guys, vote for me, my song, whatever. Here's the email. Like 1 like.
Bastards.
Yeah.
So, but you may not be coming up in the algorithm because you don't post very often.
I get posting stuff.
How often do you post?
A couple times a week.
There's your answer. Okay, so I wanted to pull this up. So, and then Huga Bob said, it was
little people.
So it's just because we were supposed to say little people. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to hurt anybody. Like, our intention here is not to hurt anyone's feelings.
I don't think it's bad that people laugh and have a good time. Make you happy. Everyone I've ever met is
nice
awesome.
People make me happy, and people that are different than me make me happy, and that's why you guys make me happy. So I don't know. I wanted to show you this Kesha video because we're gonna get into the tirade of it all in a moment. By the way, I have a whole Christianity Satanism thing coming up that brace yourself.
Hold on to your hats.
We're getting canceled. So anyway, Kesha performed. Sorry, Avril Lavigne performed TikTok, and I thought it was a really great version. Why is that on the screen?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And now the party don't start till I walk in. And don't stop making pop music from the speakers up tonight. I'm about to see the sunlight.
Over on Twitter, it's Avril Lavigne doing I don't know. I just thought it was really cute.
It was nice, but I think what you don't get across that it was like a little acoustic.
It was an acoustic big gig. It was really cool. And that bitch stole my hair though.
Oh yeah, she got
Did you see that? She got the color. She copied me.
So of course Haruka says no. I mean midgets. Cindy's like midgets make me happy. Of course they do.
Yeah, you can be. Listen,
why wouldn't they?
Everything makes me fucking happy. But like, if there was a little person here, I would want to make them feel comfortable. If I was a little person, I'd be like, I'm a fucking midget. Shut up. Like I have people. Like we have people that. Oh my god. Actually, this is the best story. Can I tell you a story? So I'm at a party once and at my friend Gautam's house. And this party is like the fucking UN. My friend Gautam is Indian. His family is Indian. And his girlfriend's Puerto Rican. And there's like a Muslim family there. My Asian friend was there. Like it was a whole, like Chinese. He was Chinese. So the whole diversity thing. So I get talking to this guy. Happens to be black. Happens to be a local sheriff. And so we're having a chat about
You've all seen Blazing Saddles, right?
Yeah, that's basically what happened. So I'm having a chat with this guy and like super down to earth guy. And like we're sitting in a group of like 5 people. And it's like white and Puerto Rican that are like in this small specific group. And so we're chatting and I mentioned that I'm half Portuguese. And that's like a big thing to me. I'm really proud of it. And Portugal has been doing quite well in the FIFA. Not FIFA. What do you call the soccer?
FIFA.
They've been doing some soccer things. In any case, I talked about how I'm Portuguese, and he goes, "I'm mulatto." And I'm like, "Oh!"
I don't. Yeah, I don't
and then
think
like everybody just like looks and goes because he was saying that he's half Portuguese as well. He's black and he's Portuguese. And so I looked at him and I go, "Dude, I don't think you're supposed to say that." And he goes, "I'll say whatever the fuck I want." And I'm like, we just became best friends because you just can't take yourself too serious. And again, maybe that's what I was doing.
Whatever
Shame
happened
on
to
me.
him?
Shame on me.
You should be watching the show.
He's still the assistant sheriff, I believe.
Oh,
sorry, he's assistant.
We should call him up.
Oh Lord, we have to verify.
We have to verify the TikTok because it's
They don't believe we're people. Like, do you think that people would make this up? Really, TikTok? Like somebody's faking this? If you could fake it, I would be very proud of you because I don't even know how to do that. I just don't. So.
Because if you need to get one on the show and ask some questions, Hookah Bob would come down for that show Hell, if they're close, I'll pick them up. Oh, it would be amazing if he was if little
Hookah Bob
little
had
dude
a-
was on the back of your
If Hookah
motorcycle.
Bob had a little person on the back of his motorcycle, I feel like if we take the album on tour, that like would need to be like a part of our whole shtick. So if maybe one of our friends wants to get like hobbled or something, that they could be a little person. I don't know. Or I would like friends from every
walk
experience.
of life.
I want to
every
be friends
experience.
with everybody. I want to support everybody. So that's just my jam. So so apparently, I don't know what's going on, but apparently the Satanic Temple and the 10 Commandments are both trending on the internet.
Well, 10 Commandments are on because some guy in Louisiana wants the 10 Commandments and every.
Oh no, it
school
passed.
classroom. Okay,
It
yeah,
is. It passed.
and there was some other thing attached to that was.
There's
not
always
so
some
good.
shit in there attached to it. But here lies my thing. Like, I feel like we should teach about religion in school as part of the history class, because, you know, it's part of history, but we should also teach the good things and the bad things. Like, okay, and I went to Catholic school. We actually learned about other faiths. This is this faith. This is what they believe. This is how it originated, and so on and so forth. And the basic tenets. And if you read about these faiths, you read about these faiths, you're going to learn some really that there's a lot of similarities. Actually, one of my favorite books is Zen Spirit, Christian Spirit, which talks about the similarities between Buddhism and Christianity. And the funny thing is, we go to the Center for Spiritual Living, which is like, you can be whatever religion you want. We're going to meditate, and thoughts become things, blah, blah, blah. And again, like, I was totally off kilter today. I should have been focusing on gratitude and releasing that, but I'm a human being who fucks up sometimes. So anyway, I think that they should share, like, I think that should be taught in school, and they should also talk about some of the terrible things that have been done in the name of religion. Like, I don't know, wars,
like killing Jesus,
upon wars, upon wars, upon wars. And I don't even, maybe. Okay. But I wanted to share.
Waco.
I don't want you to look at my computer and make comments.
Okay, all right. No, I won't.
I don't want you to, because I want to say something here.
Okay.
What did
Cindy says
our live access was removed.
Now what? Violation rooms, hate speech, and hateful behaviors. They say something about Waco. I did say something.
What is hate? What did I say that was hate speech or hateful behavior?
It's not. That's just a screen. It's not going to answer you. It's not like a person.
No, I don't agree with that.
Anybody think we were hateful towards? We said that we like midgets. We said that we. I don't know. Maybe it's the word midget.
I don't fucking know, but we love everybody. That's
we
the
do.
Key point.
But we were on for a while.
Cynthia has left.
Cynthia has left the building.
Well, Hookah Bomb says you did not catch the pun. I think he means that he would
pick him up for the show.
Yeah, well, we can't talk about that. I don't know. Maybe that's hate speech. Dude, how can you love everybody and have it be hate speech? Just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. And Cindy says, talk to you later. I'll try to get back before 10. Need to quit disappearing from the family. Okay, do you gotta do, girl? Okay.
She's gonna become like a deadbeat mom because of us.
She could never be a deadbeat mom, and I wouldn't even joke about that. She's an awesome mom, and so is. An awesome mom. And by the way, like, here's the thing: like, moms are basically taught that, like, if you do anything for yourself or take any time for yourself, you're a terrible person.
Or try to steam your vag.
You're a terrible person. And not that she can't even fucking steam her vag. Yeah. Like, what kind of world are we living in? What the fuck is wrong with all these fucking platforms? It's either you're getting personally attacked, you're getting called a racist, or
that's right. We don't know, but we're on for almost an hour.
So there's so much judgment in the world of people, and particularly of women and mothers. You feel like no matter what you do, you're wrong. And so, yeah, Cindy, if you need to take a break and for yourself to come to this podcast, then you do that. If you need to spend time with your family, you do that. But don't you ever feel bad about taking care of yourself, because when you take care of yourself, you're a better mom. I will tell you, my number one mistake as a parent, my kids are grown, was that I didn't take care of myself, that I didn't ever put myself first. And because of it, I was constantly falling apart.
So back to the 10 Commandments.
So it's not the 10. So the 10. So my point is that there's similarities in all religions.
Yeah.
And yes, the 10 Commandments are trending, but I want you to hear this before I.
All right.
So here are some religious tenets that I'd like to share with you.
Okay.
You should try to act with compassion and empathy toward all creatures in accordance with reason.
True.
Yeah, I agree with that. The struggle for justice is an ongoing and necessary pursuit and shall prevail over laws and institutions, meaning justice is important. Yeah, true. I agree with that. One's body is inviolable, subject to one's own will alone, meaning you're responsible for your own body.
False, because you can go to a dominatrix.
Okay,
but yes, I would. Okay,
yes,
true.
Okay. The freedom of others should be respected, meaning the freedom, and including the freedom to offend. To willfully and justly encroach upon the freedoms of another is to forgo one's own worth, meaning that if I stop someone from expressing themselves, I'm
right.
effectively stopping myself, and we shouldn't do that.
Yep.
And do you agree with that?
True.
Okay. The beliefs should conform to our best scientific understanding of the world. We should take care to never distort scientific facts to fit our beliefs. That's an interesting one.
It's funny too, because when I think
That's
of
very, it's very apropos.
I think sometimes religion turns that around. Like the lack of scientific facts has caused people, like.
Yes, but they're saying that you shouldn't. But I'm specifically talking to this statement. You shouldn't manipulate science to your benefit.
No.
Okay.
No.
So people are fallible. We fuck up.
Yeah.
If we make a mistake, we should do our best to rectify it and resolve any harm that has been caused. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then every tenet is a guiding principle designed to inspire nobility in action and thought. The spirit of compassion, wisdom, and justice should always prevail over the written or spoken word. What do you think?
Okay.
Is that something you can agree with?
Okay.
All right. I want you to read the comments, and I want you to ask people if they agree with those tenets. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. Anybody disagree with any of those? Anne says the Georgie Guidestones are supposedly the commandments we should listen to. They do make sense.
Okay. Well,
I don't know who we're supposed to. I think it's this whole thing just.
Well, there's a lot of people that
you can.
There's a lot of different people saying what you're supposed to do. I mean, for fuck's sake,
yeah.
You could listen to Andrew Tate. You could listen to Jordan Peterson. You could listen to me. You could listen to the Bible. You can listen to the Torah. You can listen to whatever the fuck you want. But there's a lot of whatever. For me, like, I was raised. It's a lizard to state a bug. I was raised a Catholic, and that's not my jam. But of course, and I was raised in a moral setting, and I watched a lot of sitcoms and feel good television, and so I felt like, okay, I have always been kind and empathetic. I've always tried to do my best, but I have fucked up in my life. But I'd like to know the tenets that we just shared with you. Is that something that you support? Like
Tracy says she agrees. She agrees.
You agree with these statements?
Yeah.
Okay. What I would like to tell you
is that those are
the tenets of Satanism. I just read you the tenets of Satanism. So it's interesting how, of course we have this idea, and I'm not a Satanist. And I'm certainly not encouraging Satanism. I'm not discouraging either, frankly, because I don't know enough about to speak intelligently. But what I did do was had ChatGPT compare, and of course the 10 Commandments, thou shalt love no other gods before me. I think that's, I don't really feel like God's such an egomaniac that he's like, oh, shall not love any other gods. Okay, so like my Hindu friends going straight to hell, I don't believe that for 2 seconds. You shall not make yourself an idol. Okay, like don't get too big on yourself. What
about Billy Idol? Is he exempt?
He is an idol, but
he's exempt.
Is that his actual last name?
No, it's really Broad. William Broad.
So Billy, you're in big trouble.
No, he's exempt. Good tunes.
It doesn't say that. Okay. And you should not take the name of the Lord, your God, in vain. Again, don't think that God's such an egomaniac that he's like, oh my God, they said Jesus Christ. Like, I don't think that he's sitting around up there like, oh my God, you're going to hell.
Tells him God's hair smells like feet.
Well, that's my point. I think that God would look upon me who says Jesus H. Christ or God damn it, 50 times a day higher than he would look upon someone who is cruel. Because I'm not trying to be cruel. I'm just looking for ways to express myself. Remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy. Well, that's just gone in today's society because you just can't. People have to work.
Which whole are we talking about?
Honor your father and mother. I agree with that.
Okay, honor your
You should not. Thou shalt not murder. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, don't murder.
But which is fucked up because it's like, okay, we have all these Christians and religious people that serve in the military. Well, if they're not supposed to murder, then why are we having wars? And why are there so many wars committed in the name of religion? That's interesting, but okay. You shall not commit adultery. Yeah, I agree with that. You shouldn't. People do it. You should not steal. I agree with that. You shouldn't steal. You should not bear false witness against your neighbor. I think that's lying.
False witness.
Yeah, I should know this because I went to Catholic school, but here we are.
Yeah, you should know that.
And thou shalt not covet. Okay, yeah, don't be shitty and don't covet. Okay, coveting. Yeah, you should covet things. Covet. You want to have things. What does covet actually?
I think that's the want of material things, maybe.
Yearning.
Yeah, it's a yearning. I have a yearning.
You shall not
My pants.
yearn to possess or have something. Of course you should.
Yeah.
You should. That's absolutely normal.
Hey, work for the
So,
Kardashians.
I don't I don't know. But what I'm saying is that there's we've gone over them. There's some we agree with. But the funny thing is we agree with more of the Satan stuff than we do of the Christian stuff. That's by the way, that we didn't plan that. We didn't discuss.
Can we get a Satanist on the
time.
show? Do you know that Sammy Davis Jr. was a Satanist?
Yes.
But apparently he was only in it for the cocaine.
Well, it's a good reason to be a Satanist. Derived from a divine source believed to be the direct words of God as conveyed by Moses. And the origins of the 7 tenets are human created principles reflecting the values of the Satanic Temple with an emphasis on the reason of personal autonomy. I think the Satanic Temple should pay us for endorsement on this one. And I'm not endorsing them at all.
Metal Hate brought to you by
the Satanic Temple.
Satan.
Oh, people would go fucking crazy.
The
The Ten Commandments emphasizes the worship and obedience of God, with several commandments directly addressing one's relationship with God.
Okay, this is heavy.
The 7 tenets, or this is by the way, ChatGPT. We
holy crap! What if ChatGPT didn't know about Satan before, and now it knows about Satan? Agrees with the tenets and goes totally evil on us.
ChatGPT over the dark side. So they're centered on human values, ethics, and justice with no reference to a deity. They're not like, hail Satan, sacrifice, good. 10 Commandments provides moral prohibitions. Do not murder, steal, commit adultery, and duties.
Yeah.
Which we just read, obviously. Yeah. And then 7 tenets encourage positive action and personal responsibility, focusing on broader ethical principles.
Are we Satanists now?
I think we might be focusing on broader ethical principles as opposed to let's control you and micromanage you. Let's be a good person. I just think that it's, I think it might be why
depends how broad.
There are a lot of people out there that claim to be this amazing person because they're Christian.
Yes, right. It's like
or Catholic or whatever. I go to church. Like it's all fine and dandy to go to your mega church and give your $20 or whatever it is that you give. Yeah. But if the minute you leave there, you're flipping people off in fucking traffic.
Yeah, and you're sucking the neighbor's dick. That's
what's wrong with sucking the neighbor's dick?
It's adultery.
Oh, if you're married.
Yeah, that's what.
Well, we're married. If you suck the neighbor's dick, it's
I'm
adultery.
not sucking any neighbors.
Not even the new neighbors?
No.
That's rude.
I
haven't brought them. We're supposed to bring them cookies or something, but no, here we are. So I think that
we're Satanists.
We're not Satanists, but I'm just saying that some of the tenets are agreeable, and I want to compare this. So the social and legal context, the 10 commandments have been historically integrated into legal and social frameworks, particularly in Western cultures, as absolute rules. And the 7 tenets emphasizes the pursuit of justice in respect to individual freedom. So, I think if you're a libertarian, it's good, you might want to look up Satanism. It might be good for you. I don't really know. And they say to emphasize the pursuit of justice and respect for individual freedoms, even when the principles conflict with the established laws and norms. And, we might really be saying not really wrong. And then, of course, we have the 10 Commandments were presented as absolute laws, less room for individual interpretation, whereas the 7 tenets are described as guiding principles meant to inspire thought and action, allowing interpretation based on the reason and scientific understanding, which is a lot of what happens in Judaism, is that they're taught to question things. So, and then they compared them all the way through. And I don't feel I think that there's a lot of, I've never heard a Satanist say I'm a good person because I'm a Satanist. For me, that's the personal responsibility, and more focus on who you are as a person in your daily, as opposed to this kind of surface level. But if you get into the Bible, into the meat of the Bible, it says all that stuff that the Satanists say. It does. It says all this, and then there's a bunch of other stuff. You go to Leviticus, they're telling you not to combine your fabrics. Don't eat pork either. And cut your kid's dick in half. I don't think that's, I don't know, maybe it is.
Matthew showed up.
Oh my God, buddy, I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, we were talking about you before. He said Saturday is a Sabbath, but let me go back because we had a bunch of comments.
Oh, geez, we got to go into them. Because I do have the conclusion.
I think we read this one. I think basic common sense, similar to what you read. That's how I look at it. How can he possibly watch approximately 700 billion people a day?
Magic.
How does fucking Santa do it? He's
God,
fucking God.
Magic.
He can do anything.
God, magic.
apparently miracles do not apply to
Actually,
7 million people.
But I will say this. What I will say is that we
You
are
walk on
all
water.
we are all energetic beings,
Yes.
right? And so our energy at any given time affects that of everyone around us.
It's like flapping a butterfly
So-
wings.
So I think that you could, like, you know, like you could see these like maps where they show like the people in a country, like they did this a lot during, you know what, the
Outbreak of illness.
whatever. They'll show a map with like all like a bunch of people on it, and they'll show red people, and they're the ones that have it or whatever. I feel like God just like kind of looks at his like little
Like
Earth map, and he's
yeah.
like, "Oh, negative vibes."
It's like a big game of Stratego.
right
He's
there.
like
That's
looking-
it. You guys all have negative vibes. You're getting a monsoon
Possible.
or what have you.
And continues to talk about the Bible. Anyone who studied the Bible or other books know there are over 600 commandments. You won't learn that in a Bible study. All right, ain't nobody got time for that.
I have
basically
friends
my outlook
that
on
have learned a tremendous amount of about the Bible and all of the laws within the Bible. My friend Kristen and my friend Zach both can do that. So
Then they're not going to like us anymore because
we're not Satanists. And by the way,
Huh.
these are people that I have different faiths from, and they've questioned some of the things that I've done.
Yeah.
I've questioned some of the things that
Yeah.
they've done. We have a mutual respect for one another.
All right. I don't know if they do or they don't. So the sin on Saturday saved on Sunday. That's what they say.
Oh my God, that was my grandfather. I was
That's
cleaning
right,
the
Hookah.
porn off his computer one day, and he gave me the medal of St. Christopher and told me I should get back to the church.
Right, get back to it. Saturday.
While I'm
is
cleaning the
Sabbath.
porn off his computer.
You know, Iron Man is also the Sabbath. Get it? Do you get what I see? What I do there?
Because Black Sabbath thing.
Black
Iron
Sabbath
Man.
thing.
Look, lightning bug.
Agree.
Oh no, that's a plane.
That's a plane.
Not a lightning bug.
Agree with the energy. They did a documentary about people having the same vibrations at the same time.
Yeah.
Ella
it's a big
Fitzgerald
deal.
once broke a glass by her singing the same frequency as the glass, and they made a commercial out of it in the 1970s.
It was the same frequency as the glass.
Everything has a frequency. If you hit a certain note,
No, I know that, but
and
how,
it's
did they were talking about the frequency of a glass?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
well,
really cool.
that's how you do. That's how you can. It was like Ella Fitzgerald was like, yeah. I don't know if they actually did it or it was just advertising magic, but it was
Both
a
are
great
great.
commercial for Memorex.
I do want to read the ChatGPT conclusion.
Okay, conclusion.
While both sets of principles aim to guide ethical behavior, they differ fundamentally in their source of authority, focus, and approach to morality. The 10 Commandments are rooted in religious tradition and divine command, offering clear prohibitions and duties, while the 7 tenets emphasize humanistic values, personal autonomy, and the pursuit of justice and empathy, guided by reason and scientific understanding. So I think that if you can have, I don't think that they're saying anything that's terrible, either of them. If you're going to put me in a side-by-side comparison, if you were like, hey, pick your religion based on these two things, I'd probably be a Satanist. But I have questions, and I always gather ideas from various sources. I learn from different people. And what I learned is that that Satanism gets there's definitely some misleading information out there about Satanism, but I don't know enough to speak, on the topic. What are you looking at?
I'm going to look up the Ella Fitzgerald commercial.
Oh, okay. So we'll just jump into that, but it's going to take you a little while. So I will go to another hashtag while you look up. Top Chef is premiering tonight. Which one is Top Chef?
Top Chef.
If you're watching this, you're not watching Top Chef.
I think it's the one with the.
Neither of us knows because there's so
I
many.
think it's with the 5 people, and then they get down to 1. Is what they do.
Well, you look that up. I'll look up.
I have Ella Fitzgerald here. Let me. I have to sit through the GoDaddy ad.
Well, read it, but they don't have to listen to the GoDaddy ad.
Oh.
Skip. There you go.
All right, settle down. All right, here we go. Ella Fitzgerald coming at you. Is it live or is it Memorex? So now let's see if the tape can do it. It's fake. But that's a great idea for a commercial. I'll tell you that much. Is it live or is it Memorex?
So apparently it's the penultimate Top Chef.
Oh
No, that was one day ago in Holland. Highlights Holland, America. Oh, I don't know what's happening with that. And then there's the Top Chef Wisconsin
Oh, a lot of cheese.
finale.
Yeah.
I don't know I really don't know what any of this is, but they have like 5 people. They cook and they cook it off. It's trending tonight. People are very excited about it. I will tell you, I like when we watch cooking shows because Doug will get like a new vigor and start like working on them.
I'll see some new way to chop.
Read those comments, please.
Tracy's she goes, guys, I'm falling asleep. I will say the homemade stuffed chicken breasts were amazing. We made them for dinner and they were stuffed with broccoli and cheese and cream of chicken and broccoli and cheese soups. Holy moly.
Yum.
And then coated in breadcrumbs topped with a side of fresh summer squash from the garden. So flipping good.
All right. Well, I can't eat because I can't shit. So fuck you. Just kidding. I love you.
She's going to bed. So we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, Matthew, sin on Friday, saved on Saturday. How about that? Yeah, Matthew.
There you go.
What the hell are you doing?
And then Anne said, I saw that she broke the glass
she broke
with
the
her
glass.
voice.
So that was a thing. I would like to be able to do that.
Try.
What am I going to break? This thing with the shells? Then when are we going to put the shells in?
We'll go to the store and buy a new one.
Nothing. I'm no Ella Fitzgerald. That's for goddamn sure.
Okay. So our other hashtaggery.
By
the way, so Matthew, I was going to talk about locks when you and Cindy were here. Cindy left. Now you were here, so I didn't do it. And then Cindy left, so I couldn't do it. But anyway, they don't smell. That's the short version.
They don't smell like feet.
Tomorrow we'll talk about it again, or try to talk about it. 10 Commandments, Pride, Happy Pride, Juneteenth.
Pride.
Okay, so can somebody explain Juneteenth to me? Like, I know it's like for Black Americans, right?
I believe it was the Juneteenth was the anniversary of the day that Texas was told that
holiday celebrated on June 19th. It commemorates the end of slavery in the country and marks the day in 1865 in which Union General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, and announced General Order 3, which proclaimed freedom to the enslaved people in Texas. Oh, that's good. So it's 2 years after President Abraham's Emancipation Proclamation, which had outlawed slavery in the Confederate States on January 1, 1863.
So they were like the last holdout, apparently, Texas.
Oh,
apparently.
All right,
I don't know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's the end of slavery. And I just, here's the thing. Listen, I'm here to support Pride. I'm here to support Juneteenth. I'm here to support everybody. That's my thing. But I don't want anybody to need special support. Like, we should just all be kind all the fucking time. We should just all be nice.
Celebrate everybody
all
day.
The fucking time. By the way, if you're watching over on Twitter, go over to YouTube. Go over to Facebook.
Yeah.
It's marital hate because what happens is you become a part of the community. We're watching the Lizard. You become part of the community. You make friends. These are the most amazing people you will ever meet in your fucking life. Do it. And you can join the conversation and you'll have friends. So that's kind of awesome. And then she says, Tracy says, see you tomorrow. Have fun at the beach if you go. So we're going to the beach next week with Cindy. I want to try to go to the beach tomorrow, but I wanted to try to go to the beach today. It didn't happen. We shall see. I'm having tachycardias like back to back.
Oh,
I've been having them all day.
If you die, this will be your last podcast.
And I talked about the satanic church.
The whole thing about Satanism. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to go the opposite way and I will join some sort of church and learn all 600 commandments.
Tell me about Marlo Thomas.
Marlo
Thomas is trending, not dead.
Not dead.
Whenever somebody's trending, you have to check and see if they're dead.
She was Danny Thomas's eldest daughter.
Who's Danny Thomas?
Danny Thomas was a comedian.
I thought he was the founder of Wendy's.
No, that's Dave Thomas. Danny Thomas was the founder of another little fast food place. It's called St. Jude's Hospital because he didn't want any children to have to deal with sickness. And everything's paid for. You go to St. Jude, everything's paid for. It's the way hospitals should be.
Every hospital.
He was way ahead of his time on that. Marlo Thomas actually kind of is stepped in for her dad on that. She ended up being that girl on TV in the 60s. A show called That Girl, and then in the 1970s, she did an interview with Phil Donahue. Donahue, yeah, and he said he looked at her and had a dirty thought. They fell instantly in love. They've been married ever since 1977.
That's really sweet. I will say this though, my concern with St. Jude's or any Western hospital is that they are very quick to go to pharma, and I wish that my goal would be to be in a position where we could open. I have so many things I want to do, but I would love to open nonprofit holistic healing centers so everyone could have access to natural health, because a lot of people will only go to their Western doctors because they have insurance, and you know, the holistic stuff seems expensive, and a lot of the holistic stuff can be expensive. Like, for example, I would massively benefit from colonics. I would massively benefit from hyperbaric. There's a million things I would benefit from, but they're not covered by insurance, and we don't have any money. So, you know, it's like, I would want those things to be available to people, for everyone. So I think that we should all care for one another and support one another. And I think, like, if you're looking to make money on other people's suffering,
Yeah.
you suck.
So in that regard, St. Jude gets a thumbs up for me.
No, I mean, I think that they're, you know, they're a good organization. I just, you know, I have questions about Western medicine.
Okay.
Venmo is trending again. But it's actually not Venmo that's really trending. Elon, his big plans to turn Twitter X into a payment platform like Venmo, I think, and he's talking about bringing Vine back, so it'll replace TikTok. He's talking about, like, all of these other, like, things that they could do with it, making it a marketplace and all this. So he's looking to go neck and neck with Facebook and Twitter and all those people. So, you know, listen, if it works, it works. We've got a ton of followers over on TikTok and on Twitter, X, and they're in. A lot of them have moved over to Facebook. You know what? I think if they like it, great. Like, there's something for everybody. But it would be nice to have, like, a social place that, like, you could go for everything instead of having to go to 50 places. But
it's true. Matthew said he had delayed deliveries because of Juneteenth. Yeah, I know Massachusetts had the day off.
Well, not everybody.
Anybody? Well, I know George did because it was he's bank related.
It was a bank holiday.
Yeah, it's bank holiday.
Well, it's not a holiday for everyone though. Because a bunch of our friends work today. So of course we talked hashtag the juggalos. Whoop, whoop. We want to be juggalos is really what it comes down to, because they seem like nice
apparently
people.
We want to be Satanists too, but we don't know.
Juggalos, Satanists is really what we're coming down to at this point in our lives. Massachusetts is trending. I actually thought that this was interesting, and I accidentally closed the tab. Fuck. I may not be able to find it. Let's see. So Massachusetts is trending. As you know, we are from Massachusetts. We live in Florida. And we are not going back there because of Cape Coral bylaws. But what had happened was, because the Celtics had won, and that was a really big fucking deal, they basically lit up the city green. Like, the Zachem Bridge was green, Prudential Tower was green, like the whole city had the green lights. But let me ask you this. I hate to come at you with some hippie bullshit at this point in your day. Yeah. But don't you think it would have been a lot better that instead of lighting it up green, they had planted green? They did a bunch of planting everywhere. Well, that would be a better way.
They did plant the Rose Kennedy Greenway, so that's.
Oh, you really want to go down the Rose Kennedy Greenway as the cross that you want to die on?
They planted a bunch of green spaces.
I understand, but there was a lot of controversy with the Rose Kennedy Greenway and the money that was wasted.
I'm sure you can find fault with anything, but.
No, there was was like millions upon, like, there was like a whole scandal because the people that were, like, running it were making like massive salaries.
There was also a scandal that the Big Dig was fraught with misappropriation,
and it was.
Yeah. So
what
doesn't surprise me that the ground that they put in was, everything is going to be, somebody's going to find a way to mess with everything.
Yeah, but sometimes, but like, sometimes people legitimately do terrible things, and I think defrauding people is defrauding people is a fucking shitty thing to do. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think defrauding people is terrible.
So this is what I will read it to you. The controversy surrounding the Rose Kennedy Greenway in Boston primarily revolves around the issues related to funding management and its development process. Here are some key points. The initial funding was created as part of the Big Dig, which was which like inherently like fucks it up, right?
Yeah.
And of course, it was led to financial and scrutiny concerns. There was operational costs. It was expensive, and there were debates about who should bear the costs. Initially, the state had provided the funding, but then there were calls for more private funding and endowment. Some argued that the Greenway should be managed by a public entity to ensure transparency and accountability. Others believed it should be private. The Conservancy took over management in 2009. The debate over public versus private management raised concerns about the accountability and the use of public funds, and I think that was a big thing. Of course, there were issues with the design, the evolution, the accessibility, but the operational transparency faced criticism for lack of transparency in its decision-making process. The balance between public input and private management continued to be a contentious issue. The controversy surrounding the Rose Kennedy Greenway reflects broader challenges in urban planning and public space management, particularly in balancing financial sustainability, community needs, and effective governance. If it's community property, it should be community owned.
So, where was the impropriety here?
There was, so they're really not talking about it here, but there was big talks about the, what were their concerns about the salaries of the fund.
Daniel's here.
managers.
Hello, Daniel.
Yes, there were significant concerns about the salaries of managers of the Rose Fitzgerald the Conservancy. In 2010, reports that the executive director of the Greenway Conservancy was awarded a salary that exceeded $200,000, which many considered to be excessive for a nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they talked about the transparency, accountability, and the reaction, public trust, and all that. They're continuing to go on. So the controversy of the salaries of the Rose Kennedy Greenway, blah, blah, blah. Challenges of balancing competitive competition with public expectations for nonprofit and managing public resources. It's underscored the importance of transparency, accountability, and trust. Yeah, I mean, listen, people who work at nonprofits are a business. They're just, their profits are sent to helping people. So the people that work there need to be paid accordingly. Like, otherwise, why would they work in nonprofit space? But at the same time, like, you know, if you're the CEO of Pepsi, you get paid CEO of Pepsi money. And I also think, I don't know, I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
like, I'm not looking to be a socialist.
messy.
I'm not looking to be a socialist, but I also think that, like, when we're talking about like doing things to help people, if you're driving a fucking Ferrari, you know, maybe you're trying to help yourself.
Yeah, no, I get that they have to pay like a C-level person a lot of money to attract them there, and that's going to give them higher visibility. But it
should be owned by the city.
That should be, yeah.
It's, yeah.
But if it was the city, that would just be fucking paved and corrupt like the whole Big Dig was anyway. All right, so Matthew, New Year's, Memorial Day, Independence Day, Thanksgiving. And then Ann says, didn't they make it a federal holiday? I think I heard it today.
It's a bank holiday, so it's technically a federal holiday, but that doesn't mean that everybody's off. Like, I have a friend who works for a local oil company. And he worked today.
Yeah. Didn't finish. Holidays, I don't work. The rest are negotiable. Sorry, getting to these.
Yeah, if you can get that extra money, make that money, buddy. If you get paid holiday pay, do it.
He says, your screen and pool has me jealous. I want one someday. You know what? That's just come on down. Come on down. You jump in.
Dude, can I tell you, it was like a life goal for us. Like, I always thought, like, because we're from Massachusetts, people don't have pools. Like, very few people have pools. Like, I thought, like, you were like super rich if you had a pool. And I'm talking about it as a 47-year-old woman. Of course, we have a pool, and our house is a rental. And so, yeah, we have a pool.
So Daniel says it's because our politicians are skimming money from every project that gets done. We, the voters, are too lazy to hold them accountable.
Yep.
Well, I think in this case, the salaries were a little high. Matthew says, I love planting trees. And then, quiet, Bob. Planting trees are fun, says Hookah Bob.
I like smoking trees.
And then Matthew, leave me alone, or I'll ride up and make everybody wings except for you.
Ooh.
Don't get ugly.
I want wings, and I want Hookah Bob to smoke something for me. Which is really funny because I meant something on the smoker, but he is Hookah Bob.
You know what? I just don't have the patience for something like a smoker. I'm not going to stay out there with like my little.
You can just put it in there and walk away. I think.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You have to put maybe some pellets in it. I don't know.
Just want to eat.
And Matthew says, "I know I'm your favorite hemorrhoid."
That's a good one.
I just don't even know.
You know what? I don't know who gave who hemorrhoids, but you know.
And then Hookah Bob says, I make the best wings ever. Dude, you know where I live? Come on down and make me some fucking wings. Although I can't poop, so maybe not.
I actually was shown how to make the actual buffalo wings from like the buffalo place because I knew it's sort of a relative.
He knew a guy.
I knew a guy who knew a guy. How they do it.
Matthew says he can confirm Hookah Bob makes the best ones ever. Doug is about to put him into a fight. Tell him how they do it.
No, I'm not putting him into a fight, but I was just telling I know the way they do them. And so if you smoke wings on a goddamn thing for hours on end.
Did you really put the sticker on this, not over the logo?
I didn't realize there was a logo there.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, now you can tell them apart.
I don't want to tell them apart, but go ahead.
No, that's all. I'm just saying.
How do you make the best wings?
Well, it's not the best wings. It's how they make them at the Anchor Bar in Buffalo. They would par deep fry them to shrink the fat, Then they put them in the stuff and throw them on a grill. So it's actually not just deep fried. It's deep fried halfway, grilled halfway.
And then we do ours. You just do them in the air fryer.
I do them in the air fryer, and they're fantastic.
They are very.
I
good.
like my wings crispy, so that works out.
It works good.
Yeah.
So 9:40. What did you guys do today? What did you accomplish? What could you have done better? Let's talk about it.
Wings on an electric pellet grill is amazing. Oh, I bet that would be. That'd be nice and hot.
Like you guys.
Oh, I saw Daniel was selling a little pick guard today. You don't even know what a pick guard is.
A pick guard is it's like a plastic thing so that.
Oh, very good, very good. You're learning things. You know things about guitars now.
Yeah, I learned it from the housewives.
You learned it from the housewives.
No, I don't know where I learned that from. I just know what it is. Oh, I was looking for something for you. It was like Beatles or whatever. And it was a pick guard, and I was like, now I know what a pick guard is.
All right, there you go.
I have all those brain things that happen. So anyway, back to our day.
Okay. So
what could you have done better today?
Everything. No, not everything, but I could have been more attentive to your feelings and own up to my stuff more. And
I mean, honestly, today you were like a little shitty, but yesterday was really like.
Yeah, well, I can't go back to yesterday, so
but you can talk about what you would do better so that you avoid situations like yesterday. Yeah. So for me, I instead of doing the things that made me happy, I let it get to me, and I shouldn't have. That's foolish. I did do things to try to help. I meditated. I listened to Muck Sticky. I tried to distract myself. I took a nap. I took an Epsom salt bath. So I really did do a lot of things to try, but there was more I could have done. And I want to just always focus on the positive things, like the amazing people that come to this podcast and support us every night, who don't need to listen to me bitch and moan about how some people are so mad at me because my video has 7,500 hits.
What are
you gonna do? And so I could have done that better. I'm going to try to shove a hose up my ass so I might be able to shit. Oh. Maybe we'll do a live stream of that if you guys want to see it. We'll do it. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Oh, and I'm going to be super honest.
Be super honest.
Like, there's a part of me that's like, oh, like you were hard on Doug. You should just set a boundary. But for me to set a boundary with you at this point over this ever growing problem would be divorcing you.
Oh.
So I don't particularly want to do that, but I also don't want to get mad at you. I don't want to be sad.
I don't want you to be mad at me. So there.
Well, if you could not repeat the same patterns.
I will definitely try to do that in my future self.
And what does he say?
Daniel says he's selling a 60-watt Blues DeVille 4x10. I have 4 amps. What are your other amps?
What? Yeah.
That's four 10-inch speakers.
Sorry,
Blues DeVille. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think amps are. You could have amps for each day of the week because each one is very different. So,
Stacy, look up colonic irrigation in your area. It works. I have had many.
She's had many of the irrigations.
Many, yeah. So, but if you guys want to send us a bunch of stars, you would just need like 10,000 stars, and I'd be able to pay for one colonic.
Or send us a Blues DeVille. Attention, Doug.
Yeah, that'll help my ass.
Journey with Jen's Fave is back. Look at this.
Hey, girl, we're just wrapping up. Hey, girl. Yeah. How are you? Jen has been killing it. She's a social media creator as well. Yep. I definitely recommend following her page.
She's all right.
So yeah, I'm a human being and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just doing the best I can, and sometimes I suck. And so you suck too, but that's okay. And then of course, did you have anything else you could do better today?
I'm trying to think. I could have been a little bit more focused. I did not sleep last night because I was nervous about that call. And then I finally, and then the call went well, and I was like, kind of could release a little bit. So yeah, I think I could have had a little bit more energy in doing things today. But I got some stuff done. I got a lot of stuff done.
I am now gratitude. What are you guys grateful for? Jen says, just getting off work and ready for my next shift. Oh, girl, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Is she Fort Myers? Is that the person I'm thinking?
I think Jen is back home, but I could be wrong. Jen, where are you from? I forget.
Yeah.
I forget where I'm from most of the time, so please don't take it personally. So I'm thankful so much for the people that support the podcast, especially today. I have to give props to Tracy and Cindy and Shannon, who is not here, And of course, all the people that come night after night, all the people that give us likes, shares, subscribes. Courtney, Jesse's comments were so helpful.
Yeah, oh yeah, she was great.
Tracy, we only have 4 total.
So Jody with Jen's fave. She's from Fort. I knew it was
Fort
Fort
Lauderdale.
something.
You're
I knew
down
it was
here.
Fort something.
So thank you, Platty, Hookah Bob, Trace, Courtney, even the AUTTP officer, my, whatever the fuck that
Yeah.
was, Cindy, Stephen Gerber.
Stephen was here.
And
It's always
thank
good
you
to have him.
everybody who keeps reporting the music, requesting Doug's music. And Jesse again. Jesse was really helpful, I think, and I hope he enjoyed our podcast or had some sort of
whatever.
he or she. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even know who that was.
US41onair@gmail.com.
Request that shit. You can
Request
just go to their,
smiles like the sun.
or you can just
request
go
it.
to their website,
Yeah.
request it there. Man called 911 because his own cat scratched him, wanted rescue and police.
Hey,
Okay.
it's Florida. That could have been a lion or some sort of liger.
Dude,
It could have been anything.
Jen,
It's
do
Florida.
you so I have a friend who is retired as a cop in Sunrise. Is that happen to be your area? Do you know my friend? That would be fun.
That's
It's
it's nearby.
small world
Oh, Cindy's
after all.
back. We
but we're wrapping up.
we did talk about
Gratitude.
you being a deadbeat mom and all the stuff. So we're trying to help you
Oh
not
my
be
God.
a deadbeat mom.
Doug made a joke about
I made
that,
a joke.
and
Cindy,
I told him no one is a deadbeat mom. And what the fuck are you talking about? Cindy's an excellent
Cindy's
mom.
awesome.
He's just giving you a hard time.
it was a tabby cat. And Matthew, this is interesting. I could have been nicer to someone at work and not asked if he ever thought of modeling because I heard Planned Parenthood was looking for a poster child to use an advertisement. That's not very nice.
If you meant it, it wasn't nice. If you were just giving your friend
no,
a hard time,
I think he kind of meant
then
it.
yeah.
And Cindy heard him. Yeah. How do we send stars? I don't know. Do we know?
So you can't send stars on, I don't know about YouTube, but on Facebook, you can send stars. And then on TikTok, you can send roses.
Oh,
You can do
it's
those
all.
things. We're going to set up, we need to get our website. We need to do like a Patreon or something. We're probably going to have to switch over to like eventually like just like a paid version that's like you pay $5 a month. And
Well, we'll just put a tip jar out front.
Or
And
a tip jar or
Matthew, I
something.
mean, if you want to come down, use the pool, come on.
Yeah.
Come on down. Where is he up? Like Lakeland or somewhere like that, I think.
He's not in Massachusetts, Florida.
No,
guy.
Matthew's a Florida guy.
He was in Florida on vacation. He was not in
Oh,
Florida.
that's right. I forgot about that. I don't know where you are, Matthew.
And Cindy says that's actually hilarious.
It was
LOL.
hilarious. Thank you, Cindy, for
well,
enjoying
yeah.
my brand of twisted
I just
humor.
don't think that I just wouldn't like. I think moms are always meant to think. You can send heart. Anne says we can send hearts here. Does hearts give us money? I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no.
I don't know
idea.
what. We gotta look
but,
that. We should have looked that up as part of our business plan when we wrote this.
We're
this
just
plan up.
honest to God. We're figuring it out.
We
as
wrote
go
our
along. Like,
detailed plan. We're
we
gonna have
did-
a podcast.
We did have. Do you not realize that we have a detailed business plan? Do you not know that?
Well, I know that you did one.
Yeah. Okay.
I just show up.
and I tried to share it with you multiple times. You had no interest in it.
Probably in a
So,
spreadsheet. So I was out.
So we have but the problem is we're figuring it out as we go along, and of course the industry is constantly changing, so
Yeah.
it's a challenge. But we appreciate everyone's support. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for the kind people today, and I'm grateful that tomorrow is a new day, and I'm grateful for the success that we're having, as little as it may be. And I'm grateful for the trolls because they remind me
These people are awesome.
we're all connected and that they must be feeling really shitty if they say stuff like that. And then I'm really even more grateful for the people that are kind in the world. Y'all are my tribe. And I'm thankful for the shit I'm going to have tonight. I'm manifesting.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. So Ann says down on the right hand side, beside where you write your comments, hit the heart and you will see a bunch. I thought they helped because I've been sending stars.
We haven't got anything so they may that may help like with engagement on YouTube,
Oh, this thing right
but
here.
on no
Oh, that's a
she
different
sees
thing.
what they see is completely
Oh,
different
okay,
to us.
all right.
So I don't know about that on YouTube. On Twitter, on Facebook, if somebody sends you stars, you get like a penny a star. And on Twitter and TikTok, you get roses and different gifts. They're all different values. I don't know about YouTube.
What if we
but-
went on YouTube and figured out
It's
that
like
we had a
literally-
bunch of stars and we went in and there was like $45,000 worth of stars?
I would tell you that our YouTube numbers do not match with that. A, and B,
was
you would have
hoping.
to enter a credit card. Like in
Oh,
Facebook
that's how
and
they get you.
TikTok, you have to enter a credit card. So if
That's
you
how they
didn't
get
enter
you.
a credit card, we're not getting any money. Which, I mean, like, if you think our content is worth your time, if you feel like it's entertaining, much like you pay your cable bill or your Netflix bill or your Hulu bill, and kick in a little bit.
I know one person who thought this podcast was a complete waste of precious time.
Absolutely. Anne says, I don't think they pay you for hearts, but stars are worth money. Yes, that's correct. And she said, I've learned 20 cents. Yeah, we're up to like $3.85.
Nice going.
And she said, there are 5 emojis that you can use. Yeah, this is different than that. This is translates into money.
Something, yeah.
And
Tennessee.
Then, and he
MF.
was saying Tennessee. Yeah.
Nice.
Tennessee looks like a good time. I actually have a friend up there that I want you to be friends with. Her
Tennessean
name's JoJo. She has plants.
is believing.
I don't know about that. So you may be right, Anne, but if if you're using emoji and you haven't entered a credit card, it's not the same as what we're talking about. So maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. Did you have gratitude?
Gratitude. I am grateful for my call going well today. I'm grateful for all these crazy people. I'm grateful for the things I did get done today, which were just random things that I needed to do. Thankful for you and your magical shit that will come after this podcast.
And there you go. Thank you, everyone. We will see you
Manana.